You know how it goes. You set a new goal. You feel fired up, like you've turned a corner in your life. You tell yourself, this time will be different. This time I'll stay consistent. You spend hours planning the perfect routine, buying the right tools, watching productivity videos, following inspiring creators. The first few days are electric. You're finally doing the thing. You wake up early, energized by possibility. You hit the gym or your desk with purpose. You eat clean, you focus, and for the first time in a long time, it feels like everything is falling into place. You think, I finally cracked it. I'm not the old me anymore. I'm becoming who I was meant to be. But then, the spark fades. Maybe it's on day 5. Or maybe it's day 15. Suddenly, waking up early feels like a chore, not a blessing. You skip one workout, telling yourself you'll make it up tomorrow. Then you delay that reading session, deciding you're just too tired. You tell yourself it's just a small break, a necessary pause. But deep down, you know it's the beginning of the slide. Slowly, TikTok replaces your morning routine. Mindless scrolling becomes your reward instead of your discipline. You start to retreat, choosing ease over effort, comfort over consistency. And just like that, without even noticing, you're back to square one. The vision you had? Faded. The momentum? Gone. And all you're left with is guilt and confusion, wondering why this keeps happening to you. Here's the truth no one likes to say out loud. You didn't fail because you're lazy. You failed because you trusted motivation. And motivation is a liar. It shows up with fireworks, promises big change, and makes everything feel exciting, until reality kicks in. Motivation doesn't hold your hand when you're tired, stressed, or scared. It doesn't fight for you when no one's watching. It disappears the moment things get inconvenient. And that's why people get stuck in this endless loop of starting strong and quitting quietly, because motivation can never carry you to the finish line. Only discipline can. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And one of the most powerful systems you can build is your identity, because when your actions are based on how you feel, your progress will always be inconsistent. But when your actions are based on who you believe you are, everything changes. Instead of asking, do I feel like doing this today? So always ask, what would the disciplined version of me do right now? That tiny shift from feeling-based behavior to identity-based behavior is what separates the dreamers from the doers. The disciplined version of you doesn't wait for perfect conditions. They don't skip because it's cold or because the mood isn't right. They act, regardless of how they feel, because action is who they are, not what they do occasionally. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you reinforce a powerful belief: this is the kind of person I am. There's a brief window between a decision and a distraction, a tiny slice of time where your brain either obeys or rebels. In that moment, hesitation is deadly. The longer you wait, the more your brain invents reasons to delay, avoid, or escape discomfort. That's why the 5-second rule is so effective. The moment you think of doing something hard, count backwards, 5 to 4, 3, 2, 1, then move. Don't overthink. Don't scroll. Don't argue with yourself. Just act. The countdown interrupts the habit loop of avoidance and gives your prefrontal cortex a jumpstart. You take control before your mind talks you out of it. It's not magic, it's science. You train your body to obey before your brain has time to resist. That 1-second difference is the line between staying stuck or building momentum. Our brains are wired for one thing: survival. Thousands of years ago, avoiding pain and chasing comfort kept us alive, but in today's world that wiring is broken. Now, comfort kills dreams. It's easier to sleep in than to rise early and push your limits. It's more pleasurable to binge TikTok than to build something meaningful. But the easy path comes with hidden pain, regret, lost time, untapped potential, and a quiet sense that you're capable of more but never acted on it. You need to retrain your mind. Start associating comfort with long-term suffering and discipline with long-term freedom. Tell yourself, this discomfort now is rent for the future I want. Every time you choose discomfort today, you make tomorrow easier. And every time you choose comfort today, you make tomorrow heavier. You don't need to change your whole life in a day, you just need to win the next 5 minutes. That's it. Because discipline isn't built in grand gestures. It's built in small, consistent victories. The power isn't in doing everything, it's in doing something, especially when you don't feel like it. When you choose to write one sentence, even when you don't want to write at all, that's a win. When you do one push-up, even when your body screams no, that's a win. When you study for just 5 minutes instead of wasting the whole evening, that's a win. And those tiny wins? They compound. They stack. They build trust. Momentum isn't a mystery. It's a result of choosing forward motion over perfection. You don't need to be great today. You just need to move. Because once you start, the energy follows. Action is the source of motivation, not the reward for it. Let's be honest, you will mess up. You will fall short. Some days you'll scroll for too long, miss the workout, hit snooze too many times. That's not weakness, it's being human. But what destroys progress isn't the mistake, it's the shame that follows it. Most people fail not because they fall, but because they stay down. They beat themselves up so harshly that quitting starts to feel easier than continuing. That's when you need to switch roles. You stop being your critic and start being your coach. Think about it. If your best friend had a rough day, would you call them a failure? No, you'd encourage them. So why not do that for yourself? The way you speak to yourself after a setback shapes what you believe you're capable of. Tell yourself, that wasn't the best version of me, but I'm still in this. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm not done. Forgiveness isn't giving up. It's giving yourself permission to try again. Now imagine this. You're near the end of your life. The noise has faded. The distractions are gone. You're lying there, alone with your memories, looking back at the years that passed faster than you ever imagined. And in that quiet moment, no one cares how many likes your posts got, how many followers you had, or how many times you started over. The only thing that matters is this. Did you do what you said you would do? Did you live with discipline? Or did you keep putting it off until it was too late? Because in that moment, you won't care about how tired you felt on a random Tuesday. You won't remember how uncomfortable that workout was. What you will remember is whether you chose growth over comfort, whether you became the kind of person your younger self could be proud of and your older self would thank. That's the real test. And you're still writing the story, right now, today.